Hello, kiddies. Welcome to the second season of Classroom Filmstrip Classics. I'm your host, Jay Bird. Today's episode is the 1982 classroom classic Leadfoot, which is about the dangers of teenage reckless driving. This film was shown in driving class during the 80s. It starred the late Philip McKeon, who played Tommy in the sitcom Alice and was the brother of Facts of Life star Nancy McKeon. After an opening montage of kids driving around in quick cuts, Tommy, played by Philip McKeon, wakes up from a nightmare about a horrific accident he was in. He's comforted by his father. His Leadfoot got his girlfriend killed and wrecked his car. Tommy just bought his first car and thinks he's hot stuff as he peels out of the parking lot. He shouts to the world that he no longer has to catch the bus, bum a ride, or walk everywhere. I guess he didn't think about the cost of maintaining that jalopy. Tommy and his lady, Pam, scrub down the car, but she's already complaining about how much time he spends with it instead of her. But she shouldn't fret too much, because she won't have to worry about it for very long. His buddy and co-worker, the Murph, mocks Tommy for buying a tiny jalopy and asks him if the engine is a 4-squirrel cylinder. Tommy asks his boss for some extra work because he has to pay off his Japanese 4-cylinder jalopy. Delivering pizzas with his girlfriend, Tommy drives around like a butthead and keeps on rambling about his car to Pam. Soon, all of Tommy's hot dogging on the road gets him pulled over by the local fuzz and gets a ticket, much to his girlfriend's amusement. Because he got a ticket after driving around for a few days, he winds up in traffic school. Hours later, we cut back to a kegger party hosted by the Murph, and he's going around collecting money for another beer run. Tommy's at the party, who was invited by a fellow student at the traffic school, is relaxing, having a few beers, and enjoying himself with Pam. The Murph is mad at Tommy because his jalopy is parked behind his car and he can't go out and make a beer run. Because Tommy is too busy making out with Pam, the partygoers decide to help out the Murph by moving the 4-squirrel cylinder jalopy. Tommy runs out to angrily confront the goofs who are messing with his car. Tommy confronts the Murph and tells him to quit messing with his car. He tells Tommy just move it so he can go out and make a beer run. An irate Tommy continues to chastise the Murph, who accidentally sideswipes Tommy's car as he pulls out of the driveway. I guess Tommy didn't move enough to the left. A furious Tommy decides to chase the Murph and his boys, despite his girlfriend pleading him not to. The Murph and his boys burned rubber down the road with Tommy in hot pursuit. Tommy, not one who could take a joke or a lick of humor, catches up with the Murph and demands him to pull over. I guess those couple of beers at the kegger fueled his stupidity. Tommy, driving on the wrong side of the road, nearly collides with a large truck, much to the horror of Murph and his boys. To avoid smashing into the truck, Tommy and his Japanese 4-squirrel cylinder jalopy flies off the road and down a steep hill. The Murph and his boys rush down the hill to help Tommy and his girlfriend, but she's pinned halfway inside the vehicle. Tommy can only whine and cry as his girlfriend Pam lays trapped halfway inside his car. This is pre-cell phone era, so it's going to be a while before 911 arrives because Murph has to drive around to find a telephone to call an operator. And by how dark it is, you can tell it took a long time to get the police and the fire department to arrive at the accident scene. Tommy continues to have the worst day of his life when the officer questioning him at the scene of the accident is the one who gave him a ticket earlier. Traffic school ain't gonna fix this one, kid. Pam's mom arrives at the scene demanding to know the condition of her daughter. The Murph tries to comfort Tommy, but he blames him for the whole accident. He tells Tommy that he was just messing with him and he didn't have to pursue him down the road like a madman. But somehow, Tommy blames the Murph for Pam's death, believing that because he was being a jerk towards him, he somehow managed to get her killed. Okay, kiddies, I hate to interrupt, but let me get this straight. No accountability, Tommy is an innocent victim, and it's all Murph's fault. Was it the Murph's fault for getting a ticket for driving like a butthead? Or was it the Murph's fault for having to go to traffic school and not learning one damn thing? Or was it the Murph's fault for going to the kegger and having a couple of beers and the Murph didn't even invite him, a third party did? Pam's mom blames Tommy for her daughter's death, but no accountability. Tommy continues to whine that none of this is his fault and begs the cop to tell her so. Tommy, The Murph and his buddies attend Pam's funeral. The Murph confronts Tommy and tries to talk to him about the accident and the nightmares and dreams he has of the whole thing, but Tommy just stares at him stoically. Tommy confides to his dad that he should have died in the accident, but he tells him to ask God for forgiveness because he has to keep on living. In the end, Tommy finally admits that it was his fault that Pam died in the accident and he'll have to live with the burden of it for the rest of his life. Pam's mom forgives him as the two walk off together, ending the movie. Leadfoot was produced by Paulist Productions, a Roman Catholic film company that was founded in 1960 by Father Elwood Bud Kaiser. The company produced hundreds of shorts that focused on religion and school topics. The films were produced in the Pacific Palisades, which accounts for the sunny California locations in the films. Peter Barton, who played the Murph, appeared in Hell Night, Friday the 13th, The Final Chapter, and a star of a short-lived TV series called The Powers of Matt Starr. Richard Lawson, who played Officer Venchik, is a prolific character actor who appeared in over 100 films such as Poltergeist, Streets of Fire, and Coming Home. Kay Callan, who appeared as Pam's mom, is a prolific character actor as well, co-starring over 100 films and television shows such as Knives Out, Joe, and King of the Hill. The star of the film, Philip McKeon, aged out of teen roles and after appearing in such low-budget films such as 976 Evil, Part 2, Return to Horror High, and Ghoulies 4, retired from acting and died at the age of 55. Well, that wraps up another episode of Classroom Filmstrip Classics. Class dismissed!